Murder. Hambino, the true and living. Godbody in the flesh. I'ma kill you niggas one way or the other. You gon' have a mental death or a physical death, but somebody gotta die, nigga. Let's go, Bino.
Relationship, I'm not saying that I'm the God. I'm just saying I'm a God. Like you said before, we all got different things going on or whatever, and that's us just making up one body. I might be the arm, you might be the leg, somebody else might be the hand. We make up one body.
When you say you're a God, do you expect people to worship you?
Nah, man, ain't nothing worthy of worship but the truth, man. You know, me being a man, you know what I'm saying, I do things like make mistakes, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's as long as I'm still breathing through my mistake, I take it and use that mistake to become a better person to never make that mistake again. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest part of me, what I don't like about making mistakes is when my mistakes hurt another person. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, worship a man? Body? No way. We only all praise is due to the truth. That's the only thing worthy of praise. That's the only thing worthy of worship is the truth. Whatever you want to call it, God, universe, the truth. Not no man. Nah, we ain't doing that.
You actually have different titles. I mean, you're an artist, you're a writer, which we'll get into, but...
Author. Yeah, I like
okay,
that
so, true. So with that being said, even though you just said you're a God, what is that title? You know, how do you want people to look at you, despite the negative or positive image that people might see or may not see?
Well, as far as me representing the title God, is me representing righteousness and truth, freedom, justice, and equality. You know what I'm saying? That's me representing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And every day that I wake up, every day of my life, I practice and strive to be the best as I can be. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a acronym for Islam, which stands for I, Self, Lord, and Master. So every day I wake up, the first thing I want to do is have mastery over myself. Because as long as I master myself, then anything outside of me, I'm able to handle it accordingly because I got control of myself. So ain't nothing that the outside force can do to make me move. You feel what I'm saying?
But with everything comes flaws. So with your everyday being, how are you able to overcome those flaws and the mistakes that you might have in your personal life or anything that you got going on?
I gotta look up a definition of flaw. Like to fully understand, like to get in depth of like my personal flaws. Because like I said, man, like my journey is my journey. You know what I'm saying? And my journey is for me. You know what I'm saying? So really, is it a flaw? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know, like I ain't finna go out here and do nothing outrageous, do no raping nobody or nothing like that. And I understand how that's looked at, but just like I feel like that I'm on a good path. I stand for something. What I stand for is really not flawed. Like, do I fall short? Yeah, I can always be better. I can always make room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I practice and strive to be as best as I can every day. So like I really don't deal with the flaws. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, if it's a lesson I need to learn within a flaw, then I learn that lesson and I become better. Right. So you know, I even love the flaws.
Right. Flaws that's what teaches you and understand not to make it again. Okay, so you're an artist, rapper. Is it correct?
Something like
rapper, gangster, conscious rapper. I mean, how would you label it?
You know, like I used to have. I done been locked up for murder. I used to rob people. I done been in all kind of the so-called gangster. You know what I'm saying? I lived the G code to its fullest. You know what I'm saying? I done been there, done that when it comes to that lifestyle. So like I started off gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I don't like making music if it don't have no content. Because I can make some gangster music, but I feel like we responsible for each other. And then see the thing about me, and I really don't like giving this up because it's like showing a person my tactics on how I go to war spiritually. Like I got songs like A Lot of Bodies and things of that nature right there, but that's because I want them to know that I am them. But once they come in and I get their ear, then I give them something that's good for them. You feel what I'm saying?
You teach in a negative way to gravitate them towards
It's
in a positive way.
It's basically psychology, man. Like, like you know, you got two kind of people in this world. You have master psychologists. You have the ones that's unmastered. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's the mastering in psychology, they the ones can understand how those who don't have control of their own mind, which leads into their behavior, they know how to manipulate those who don't have control of their mind. So like, all I'm doing is I'm reversing it, but doing it in a positive way. I know what my people like. Like young Jesus said, they like that young shit, that dumb shit, that where you from shit. So I gotta let them know I understand y'all. Right. So I give them something that they like in order to give them something that they need. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, one of your most recent tracks or singles or videos you put out was called Murder.
Exactly.
Now, of course, the term murder is kind of self-explanatory, but go more into depth on how that writing process came around and why you feel it was important to put type of record like that out.
It ain't about it being important. It was just like, if you hear the beginning of the before any verse, anything come on, I'm gonna either kill you mentally. You're gonna either die mental or physical death, but somebody gotta die. You know what I'm saying? When I say I'm killing you mentally, is I done been amongst brothers, whether it's in prison or whether it's on the street, and I have murdered ignorant ways about themselves. Mm-hmm. When I murder them ignorant ways to give birth to a more refined person. So I murder them. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge is the best weapon.
Yeah, exactly. So we murder ignorance through knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But then, when it comes to physical murder, it's going to come a time where we're going to have to man up and be ready to fight, die, and kill for what's right. Right. And like, I was a part of the problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me to sit up inside condone selling drugs in the hood, I'd be wrong. Mm-hmm. But then I get to understand it was once upon a time when I felt like that. But I guess I just got spared in my time where they just wasn't having that shit. But like, it's gonna come a time where like people tired of their daughters getting mistreated, their daughters getting raped, their sons getting killed, their sons getting robbed, and people got to stand up and protect their community, even if it means killing them motherfucker.
It also goes with, I don't know, you was on Shock Radio a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. That you actually said music is you use music as a tool to kill people. That's your weapon.
It is.
So how do you? I mean, is that every song, every time you write, like that's every how song. You write? That's your process. Like I'm gonna write in this aggressive tone, this killing mentality.
Exactly.
Because it's real. Like that's what people need to be open to.
Yeah. Like when I come in, I say, if we don't love us, who gonna love us back? They got us trapped. Only thing we know is hustle crack. Mm-hmm. And it's a fact. Penitentiaries are filled with blacks. If they don't lock us down, they kill us. Where my soldiers at? It's time to go to war. Either stand or fall for anything. Regardless of your race, and justice ain't for any man. I know that I'm a king, supreme human being. But in my school, all they taught us about was Europeans. I ain't trying to start a riot. I just want my justice. Am I wrong for fighting for that? If I am, fuck it. Your laws out to get us all. How can I trust it? I need some freedom for my dogs. Can we at least discuss it? I ain't think so. Your evil deeds seen in public. It's known around the world. Bin Laden got a taste of it. If I don't know a thing, I know that God don't like ugly. So America, look within yourself, because you disgusting. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So like when I rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gangster. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's more gangster than want to ride for... Want justice. You feel what I'm saying? They don't get no gangster than that. Mm-hmm. It's stupid to hate each other and kill each other. I was stupid once upon a time.
So how long have you been rapping? Or writing?
Man, I don't know. Probably that's probably when Snoop Dogg now. Nah, I started back in the 90s, man, like making tapes. Yeah. I remember Buck, Young Buck, Goat. Doing this shit since elementary school, man. They elementary, 7th, 8th grade teachers take my paper while I'm in class writing raps and send it home to my mama.
What school you go to?
What school I didn't go to? Be better. I went to Ewing Park, Wright Middle School, White Creek, Maplewood, Glen Cliff. A little bit of everywhere. Getting put out of everywhere I went at.
And so, when did it? I'm sure you always took it seriously, but at what point did it was like, okay, like I want to really do more projects together?
I'm getting to that point right now. I never took it serious ever. Guess what? I took it when I was rapping with Bottom Boy Rappers. The way Kwame carried himself in the music business, I took it serious because I respected the way he was moving. That was the time that I took rap serious, and that was in 2001, 2002. I got locked up for murder in 2003. The only time I ever took rap serious was when I rapped with Kwame, cause he is like, he was a good example. You know what I'm saying? And he made me want to be a rapper, made me, you know what I'm saying, want to do that. But like, after I got out my murder case, like, I wasn't giving a fuck about that rap shit. Even in 2010, when I did a lot of bodies, I got out in 2010. I didn't drop an album in 2012. I just did videos because rapping is like a hobby. Like, somebody go bowling, I go to the studio.
Right.
And then I had all the money that I could do what I basically wanted to do. So I do.
Stable.
Yeah, so I do a video. I went damn rap. I had a deal with Universal. I gave them the deal back. We pull up in BMWs and Porsches and shit. They pull up in old cars. I'm like, how y'all gonna represent us? We look better than y'all. Nah, contract bull. Hell nah.
Was Bipolar your first project?
Yeah.
First mixtape? That was your first
Nah, hell nah. I got tapes out with, I got a CD out with, called Click Type Down for Life with Gold in 2001. 2002 when it came out. I got Anybody Can Get It Volume 1 in 2005. And then I got Boss Niggas with Gold in 2006. Then I got Bipolar. And then when I was locked up, Charlie P put an album out for me, like Free Hambino album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I got something coming. Yeah, I got something coming out with DJ Cool called Purge of a Nation. So like, I never really took it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, now anything I do, I'm gonna take serious, man. But like, how I move, man, like, to make it understood to the masses, I'm gonna speak religiously. Like, my faith so strong in what the truth is. Like, I don't worry about bills. I don't worry about nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, I have no worries, none. You know what I'm saying? Because I know anything I set out to do is gonna get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So like, it ain't even, you know, rap is just like I got an album coming out. This album I want to do, Purge of a Nation. That's just something I'm putting out because it's people that really like my music. Like, here goes some music while I really get in this lab because I really want to work on an album called Illuminati. I got everybody in my ear, man, you need to be on some gangster shit, man, and that's what they want to hear, and then I don't give a damn what they want to hear. I'm not here to conform. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to do my part, you know what I mean? So, I got Illuminati. When I drop that Illuminati, I don't give a damn. Like, even though it may not be bagged up by a major machine, that's going to do damage. I'm going to kill the game with Illuminati. For real.
Some of the, as far as you rapping, like, what got you into rapping? Like, any artists at a particular time? Was it the pioneers coming up, like you said, Kwame Cash? You know?
No. Like,
was it something you just stumbled across just being in the classroom?
Yeah, just rapping, like making beats on tables and just rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, then like, I used to hear like Pistols and, but I was rapping by then, but when nobody hear it, cause like, I'm from Dodge City, like, whether they want to tell the truth about it or not, people are scared to deal with us. You know what I'm saying? And like, we was trying to rap, but then nobody want to be around no Dodge City nigga. Kwame Cash, the only person, that's why I love him, and I'm always have respect for him, because that's the only person. Me and Go pulled up in the bottom, and we knew when our partners was cousin with one of the Kwame partners, OG, you know what I'm saying? So somehow, some way we went out there, we got Kwame, we went out there, and we were telling Kwame, man, nobody fucking with us, we trying to, you know what I mean? He had a Re-Represent the Real mixtape coming out with that 36 in the Ziploc and all that on there. And we were like, man, we trying to do some music, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like they scared to fuck with me. Corner like spit on me, say, look, don't even worry about it. I got you. Don't even worry about it. And a month later, it was within a month that he called, invited me to the studio, and shit, treated me like a little brother. So we've been locked in there since. Deeper than rap.
And you say from Dodge City. CTN. At the home of CTN.
That's crazy. Why I gotta shake my head when I hear CTN?
Nah, actually,
CTN a hell of a movement, man. You know
I was one of them individuals that yes, you know, I'm 23, so yes, I did think it was a gang. I thought it was a crime organization. Up until a couple of days ago, actually, when you actually put it on Facebook and they actually explained and detailed your perspective of it.
And that was like that was one of the, see what I do, my memories, I edit them, copy it, and repost it like they knew. You know what I'm saying? That was actually like 4 or 5 years old, that post was.
So that's
But like, yeah, when CTN came, like when I was in the feds and I called home and they're like, yeah, man, you know what CTN? I'm like, CTN, man, what the fuck? I wish I would say something about some CTN. This Click Tight, that was the name of my rap group. But then I came home and, you know, I love my hood, you know what I'm saying? I love the environment, I love the people over there. You know what I'm saying? So I embrace CTN as a music movement, you know what I'm saying? And by us having so much influence in the community, you know, everybody gonna take hold to it. I can't control another person's individual. I can't control another individual's actions. I'm not even trying to. So if you got a person over here saying CTN and go do some dumb shit, I don't condone it.
right.
So when dumb shit going on, you know what I'm saying, it's all falling back on me because like I'm the face of it. You feel what I'm saying? So like never, like because you gotta understand, my old self died in 2008. I didn't get released in 2010, so I came out with a knowledge of myself. I came out understanding that, you know, the love I must have for my brother, because if I don't love my brother, I can't love myself. So I got out on some whole God body shit. I came home talking about I'm God. You know what I'm saying? And I put my foot down. And you know, it is what it is. But like as far as CTN being a gang, hell no. I never even been in a gang. No Crip, no blood, no. I don't even like calling them gang. It was them wife. The police is a gang. According to the definition, a group of criminals. You know what I'm saying? Criminals are people who commit crimes. So the police is a gang of criminals because they out here justifying why they killing black men, women, and children. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like calling Crips because the origin of all those organizations, man, is built on beautiful structure.
Brothers sticking together.
Yeah, so if anybody gang is it's the police. A gang of crooked ass cowards. And like, just say for instance, man, I got sent to the hole in jail for that shit. For CTN, you know what I'm saying? And I know right now they got me under investigation trying to put anything together to be like, yeah, he's we're gonna hit him with the RICO. You know what I'm saying? Racketeering, influence, corrupt organization. They trying their best to hit me with that, but they cannot because I am not in no game. And I'm damn sure I just came home from a dope case. I plead guilty to a drug charge. You know what I'm saying? I've been home since June 14th. I'll never in my life be around drugs, touch drugs, none of that. So they will never be able to fuck with me as far as CTN being a game. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because that was in your post. You know, you said the main people who hollering out CTN, the main one that ain't CTN or can't be trusted. Correct? Yeah.
How can you trust ignorance? It don't even make sense. But like, as far as CTN goes, you know what I'm saying? I get that. That's a text, a EIN number. You know what I'm saying? Text ID number. You know what I'm saying? CTN Incorporated. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But like, they'll try to be like, okay, hell, you these people over here doing this shit, and we gonna blame you for it, right? But then, okay, you got people who manufacture guns. It's not us. So if somebody kills somebody, you don't see them going back to the gun manufacturer trying to charge them for the murder. Right. If somebody get drunk and go run into a car and kill 5 babies, they're not gonna go to Bush Beer Company and charge them with the murder. You know what I'm saying? If somebody died of cancer, they're not gonna go to Newport Company and say we charging you for this murder. So if they the ones responsible for creating the evil.
Right.
But they gonna charge a black man because I know what's going on. See, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I know, look, and I know they got all the resources to do all this old evil ass shit to people, take people life, but I don't give a fuck about dying. I don't give a fuck about going to jail for what I stand for. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have no holds on me. They cannot threaten me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I know they know who we are. We the gods of this motherfucking planet right here. So they done put this shit on us, got us worshiping their religion, they gods, everything outside our own beautiful black selves. When we have children, they look at us like grown-ups look at God. Everything a grown person wants in a God is what a child wants in a parent.
So you said you were born again in 2008. Correct.
Not a born-again Christian, Jesus.
But yeah, just
no.
an eye-opener to...
Yeah,
like
I was resurrected from a mental death. I like to have that sound.
Well, explain that to anybody who will understand. Because you was incarcerated at the time, right?
Okay, yeah, I was incarcerated, okay.
Like, what did you start reading first? What spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Was it a book or a person? Was it just your mind?
Man, look here, man. What people call God, God is real, man. God is seen, God is heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if a person say, God represents love, God represents peace, God represents justice, God represents all these good things, right? And say you are an embodiment of that. So you become a representative of your God in the flesh. You feel what I'm saying?
Walking the image of.
Exactly. So with that being said, God literally came to me, and I was rebellious at first because I didn't want to hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? But this brother was from Afghanistan. I don't even know to share this story because it's like, to an average man, it's crazy, but like, this brother was from Afghanistan, man, and he came to me, make a long story short, and he was patient because I was busy. He said something about Tupac God. I said, what? My shit with Jesus is God. But I didn't know no better. That's what I heard, you know what I'm saying? Right. And anyway, after battling with me, you know what I'm saying, he didn't force feed me or nothing like that. It's just I came to the realization, I got, you know, that I was miseducated.
Right. And
then, you know what I'm saying, I was in there, man, I done lost close loved ones, you know what I'm saying, I love my children, I want to be the best father I can be able to teach them. In order to teach them, I got to know. So, you know, I started learning 5 new words a day. I did study religion, the origin of it, you know what I'm saying, I studied under the Nation of Islam, meaning that I was going to the chapel, watching over hundreds of Farrakhan DVDs, which the knowledge that Farrakhan was giving me from his DVDs that Afghan was giving me before I even heard it. This is Afghan, like 100% Afghan, Zadif Adash, Alexander, you know what I'm saying? And and I had that. I know, like, I'm 37 years old, and I never heard nobody dying and coming back to life. You know what I'm saying? They put it in the book, and people are like, oh, yeah, he died, he wrote it. Nah, when you die, your body starts what is it, decompose. You know what I'm saying? And you die, like, you don't come back from death. I don't give a damn who you is, you know what I'm saying? So the only death that a person can come back from is a mental death. Because you got people running around here that's moving, moving, but they the living dead. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't see. For you to walk up on a black man and rob him and kill him and you black, that's suicide. You're killing yourself. If we was all lions in the jungle, we kill each other off in number 3 lions, what you think all the hyenas gonna do? Kill our ass. And number 3 of them left, they kill that, you know? But see, this is what they don't even know, that the intelligent white man know. This earth would not even exist without the black man on it. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like parasites on the earth. America is still standing because of black people in this country. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have us in this country, the earth is a living thing. You know what I'm saying? And like when we get sick, we shit, running nose, cough, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we got these poisons on us. When the earth knows shit ain't right on it, blood gets spilled on it, it sneezes and shit, but it's called earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, these white folks, man, the earth wouldn't even exist without us on this, man. They cannot kill us. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They know, see some of the white people, man, the intelligent white people, you know what I'm saying? When I say intelligent white people, I'm saying the white people that really know what's going on. But they manipulating their other white brothers and shit, got them believing in lies and all of those shit, just like they got black folks believing in lies or whatever. But they know that they on the time clock. And like their time really like up. You know what I'm saying? And you'll hear Farrakhan speak on a lot about their time that ran up and stuff like that. Because, you know what I'm saying, like they come from us. There was a sickness and a poison within ourselves that produced this mutation called the white man. You know what I'm saying? And by them being in the caves of Europe, their pineal gland, you know, didn't get the proper vitamin D and it became calcified, man. And they, like, by nature, are wicked and evil people. I met good white people before. You know what I'm saying? I done met good white people before. I know good white people personally. But by nature, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's a disease. Their skin can't even bear the sun. The sun gives us life. It gives the whole universe life. Why the fuck you burning? You feel what I'm saying? And they like when they used to lynch us and hang us and shit, the little white kids would be like, yeah, Billy, hey, Susie, look at the nigga hanging. Man, if we was to do that shit in front of our child would be fucking traumatized. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody that vicious in front of a black child will be traumatized, man. You know what I'm saying? We are the only ones that can run this planet how it need to be run because we got the love of God in us. We got the forgiveness of God in us. We got the mercy of God in us. That's why we all know how people was treated. We know we was lynched. We know we was raped. When I say raped, I don't mean a woman just getting raped. I mean a man getting fucked in his ass in front of his family. You know what I'm saying? We was castrated. We know this shit. It's history, it's records, how they did cutting pregnant women's stomachs open, stepping on baby heads and shit. We know they did this to us and they still able to be safe around us. Like in jail and shit, man, it be 3 white boys, all niggas, they safe. But reverse it. All white boys, 3 niggas. Nah, that's gonna be a fucking problem. That's because we got that mercy in us and sometimes this shit, we got to have some kind of discernment of, you know how to use that shit because like that'd be a weakness. By allowing these motherfuckers to breathe around us, you know what I'm saying? Because there ain't nothing but a counsel to us. I ain't saying go kill white people, none of that, because justice gonna be served. You can't do nothing that's fucked up and wicked in this universe and don't think come back on your ass. That's why Thomas Jefferson was like, oh, I just pray if God is a just God and a right God, a righteous God, then somebody got to pay for all this bullshit that's going on. I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I don't even remember. I just know that motherfucking devil was saying that, damn, if God is really real and justice is really going to be served for bullshit, then we in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about knowing yourself, man. It's all about self. You know what I'm saying? And when I say self, who are you? Like, who is that looking from behind your eyes? Yourself breaks all the way down to an atom because you consist of atoms. So when you talk about the knowledge of yourself and you know atoms make up every goddamn thing, you got to know yourself. See, motherfuckers know yourself. Oh, okay, my mama name is Gerald Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? I'm Hambino, Godbody. No, it's more to myself than that. That's a physical attribute, you know what I'm saying? Like my knowledge of self. What is self? What am I made of? You know what I'm saying? I know this body, this is my vehicle. I know I got a mind in here. That I know energy can't be created nor destroyed. I know I always have been, always will be. Alpha and Omega, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I know just, I had to be housed in this beautiful melanated body, you know what I'm saying, in order for it to work on this planet right here. But it's all about the knowledge of self, man. Like, you got to know yourself. You got to save yourself first. You can't even be no good parent without being good to yourself first. Whatever you do, you got to have yourself first, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I think we just be complicating shit. Like, it don't have to be that complicated, man. You know what I'm saying? Just do the math, man. It's just simple mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it too complicated. You know what I'm saying? We know we don't work, we don't eat. I don't give a fuck how long. You just get on your knees, pray all day. Ain't no food for the magically appear on your table. You know what I'm saying? So we just complicate things, man. And we done been made cowards. We scared to stand up. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between me. Like, I know people looking at me because like, I come from a real gangster background. Well, you got killers out here who probably don't like me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, from some old shit or from me having money or whatever they don't like me for, you know what I'm saying, and they see me every day being positive and like not with their lifestyle, and it'll kind of trick them into trying me.
Right. I was actually going to ask you, so in 2008 2010 actually upon your the release, did you receive any kind of criticism, anybody neglecting you despite what credibility you already had in the street with this state of mind that you have now? Did anybody,
What you mean by criticism?
Like, because that wasn't, as you said, you came from a gangster background, so you wasn't more in tune with your, the state of mind.
Man, guess what I did though? I led by example. Like, you can say, you can say whatever, but when your actions backing it up, like, who can deny you? You know what I'm saying? I got out in July 28, 2010. By February, I was in a BMW. By March, I was in a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what? Criticize what? They could be like, damn, what he doing? What he on? Shit, now they hit me. They greet me. Peace, God. Not on no arrogant, man. Look here, it ain't about being arrogant, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay humble. You know what I'm saying? But you always got to know your worth at the same time.
Right.
So, like, nah, there wasn't no criticism. Nobody trying to play me, man. Like, I'm not the toughest man in the world, but, like, I wouldn't play with me. If I was another person, I wouldn't play with me.
Right.
I wouldn't talk about harming and hurting me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to harm or hurt me. And I tell people all the time, I'm bad by the universe. A person can't come and kill me because they feel like it. I'm sure I'd have been dead if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna die when it's that time. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't fuck with me. Like, not because I'm tough, not because I can't be shot down. I just wouldn't fuck with me. Then like now, I'm not even doing nothing to nobody for them to fuck with me. So if a person coming to fuck with me, they coming to disturb my peace for no reason. I'll accept anything I've done in the past, retaliation from the past, open arms for that. You know what I'm saying? But anything new that I know I'm not causing no problem, I'm not messing with nobody, I'm not fucking nobody old ladies. You know what I'm saying? So if they come with me, they already coming bogus anyway. So hell no, like, I ain't going for no shit like that. It ain't about being tough, I don't even like it. Like, I don't like I used to want to show a person you don't fuck with me. Like, no, I hate talking about it because it sounds like I'm taking myself, I'm gonna defend myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not suicidal, I'm not ready to die, so I'm not gonna allow you to kill me. So yeah, leave me alone.
So with everything you got going on, you know what I'm saying, you've been incarcerated, explain that, you got some tapes out, had the movement, you're an author, you're 37 years old. What's your pinnacle? What would be suffice as far as your legacy and everything you want to leave behind? At what point would it be like,
Man, like, Bruce Lee said to me, he said, man, I'm like water, man. He said, become like water. When water in the tea kettle, it becomes the tea kettle. When water in the cup, it becomes the cup. It takes the form or whatever the situation is. Like, I have a duty to perform. You know what I'm saying? You know, those with knowledge have a duty, or those who are civilized have a duty to civilize the uncivilized until we gone. That's our job. We're responsible for each other. So as long as I'm on this planet, every day, all day, I'm in the civilizing business. And however my tactics is of teaching it, or making a person more aware of their self and who they is, that's just what I use, you know what I'm saying? But like, it ain't about like I'm trying to get $1 billion and, you know what I'm saying, because like, I can't take none of it with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just, I'm healed right now. Like, I'm in the now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for no reputation or I don't care about reputation to people because then it'll put too much pressure on me for trying to be something that they want me to be versus me just living. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I know for 100% fact that I done, like people that came to me, many people, like I done lost count. You know what I'm saying? Have came to me and told me the things I've said, the things I've done, the things they've read from my just simple posts have changed their life and made their life better.
And how does that make you feel? That people still to this day are.
I'm humble about it, really, man, because like, man, it's so deep, man. Look, man, that power called devil so wicked, man. Like to be proud, you know, everybody want to be appreciated and feel some kind of appreciation, but to be happy, like the truth was before me. Like I don't even get credit for it. Like if I teach a person something, it was before my physical existence. So how am I gonna take credit? I won't just give all credit to the truth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it makes me feel good though.
Right.
It made me feel good, just like good with myself. But not in no thing like, you know, I'm finna just do this for the. I keep it bipolar, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like you gotta understand, like I don't want to go too deep on them and lose them talking about the sun, moon, stars, and the universe. They don't want to hear that shit. So I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Stay on. I ain't saying that I'm staying dumb, but I'm in the struggle till it's over with.
But it is one thing about you, as far as like things that I've read even to this point, like, you know, it was filled with so much knowledge, but you still deliver it in an aggressive tone, aggressive way. Like, I mean,
Sean gotta tell me that all the time, bro. You aggressive.
I mean, is that something that that's just you, or is it something that you try to like put it on them?
Ask anybody who know me. Like I don't even try to be aggressive. I be telling them I'm not aggressive. So you telling me I'm aggressive? It's like I'm like, nah, I'm not aggressive. I'm not aggressive. Like for real, man. I'm like in real talk. I am not aggressive. Look, I am not aggressive.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he'll call me back.
Okay. Well, the off inside of you, A Black Woman's Worth, which I haven't read yet, but how long have you been writing this, actually? Just go into full detail.
If I was to write that book starting today, I would finish that book with no distractions. I would finish that book in about 3 weeks at the most. Brother man.
What up, bro?
Am I aggressive? Tell the truth. Man, I got you on speakerphone. I'm live interviewing everything. I get what the man just said. Just by reading my post, I'm aggressive.
Who said that?
This brother right here with me. What's your name again? Droski, man. He right here with me. I'm live on camera right now. You on speakerphone. He told me just read. He said, but guess what he asked me though? He said, is that something that you be trying to do? I be like, man, I don't even think I'm aggressive. But I don't.
Okay. It's like, bro.
Yeah.
You say you don't even think you're aggressive. You can't say you don't. If you don't think you're aggressive, man. You're aggressive, bro.
Man, guess what?
It's fiery. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you call being on the defense all the time. I don't know what you call that, but that's what makes you. I mean, but that mean when people like it, like, but you getting better though. You getting better though. I think the first step to really getting even more better at it is when you finally say, you know what I'm saying, admit to it. But you right now, you still ain't in denial.
How am I aggressive, bro? How am I aggressive?
You're aggressive, bro. You just always think somebody like trying to like you come out like a person that I always feel like somebody trying to check you or somebody trying. Can't nobody say nothing. Can't nobody say nothing like that you don't agree with. Like can't nobody even disagree with you. You gonna feel it like if it's like I can't, but I'm just talking about like man, you got a bomb, but like anybody else like you automatically
Hey, well, look, guess what, man? You know I love you, man, but you finna come up off my interview, man.
I gotta
No. Yeah, you know I love it.
Cause guess what? I'm gonna say this on your interview. Man, you a billion dollar cat in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? You're great, man. You a part. I put you up there with the Tupacs and the Biggies and you know what I'm saying? I can keep on naming people, man. So despite it being aggressive, that's a small part of, man. You know what I'm saying? You one of the best, well-rounded, all-around, people I know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man. And I think when I was sentenced with you when we were locked up with murder, man, I think some of your damn aggression rolled off on me if I got in there. Yeah, you know. All right, look, I love you, bro, man. I'm gonna chop it up, call you as soon as I get done.
Okay, bro.
Damn.
The way you enlighten individuals comes off as assertive, real assertive. Is that?
I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna do this right here. So I ain't gotta get on my phone saying that I might be a little bit aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Or passionate about what I stand for.
Right.
But at the same time, I got to bow down to truth.
Right.
So I don't want to be the type of person speaking on a particular cipher that I have no knowledge of. That'll be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Or it's also be ignorant to know something to be the truth and try to defend it against a person who's saying it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very passionate about what I stand for. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a like I guess an alpha male type.
Yeah.
Did I come in here aggressive?
No, well, like as you said, you came in here like alpha male, head up high, broad shoulders. As a man should be.
Yeah.
But no, like what your post, like if you positive messages, it's still positive, but the way you say them on Facebook and stuff like that. But like you said, there are old posts that you.
But you gotta understand the audience you're talking to, man. Like sometimes you can't come with the Bible in your hand talking about thou shall come to the Lord Jesus and let him save you. They're not trying to hear that shit.
Right. I get it.
Yeah.
So you was saying if you was to start writing this book today,
I finished it in 3 weeks. Because just I got so much information in my mind, and by my mind working so fast, I'm able to. I write easy. The reason I wrote The Black Woman's Work, my first book, because out of 9 years of studying, 9 years of researching, the most important thing I learned was the worth of a woman. Like, that's how we reproduce ourselves. That's the vehicle that we must pass through to get here in this physical existence. And if that vehicle is fucked up, is destroyed, and is mistreated, then the life that comes from that vehicle gonna reflect that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Versus if the woman was refined, you know what I'm saying, and defined in her glorious existence and respected and protected and honored and put on the level that she should be, being healthy mentally as well as physically, then the life that passed through her will reflect that. Then that's called giving birth to gods. Like, and Farrakhan got a DVD on that, a lecture on that, how to give birth to a god.
And actually, that actually illustrates in the picture as
the woman being pregnant and her stomach is in the shape of the earth with the continent Africa showing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we all know through research and through history, that's where life started from. And she has the skeleton keyhole in her mind. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the best parts of herself, her womb and her mind. So yeah, Black Woman's Work, man, that's the mother of it all. From that color right there, come all colors. For sure.
I get caught up.
That's all good, man.
Hey, but that surprised me though a little bit. That I understand it's probably like you nailed it down to 10 steps, but the fact that it's 69 pages, but you, like you said,
78 pages.
Well, you can like you said, you can
Yeah.
write more, talk more.
I mean, it's not a book. You can't. All these books right here on this shelf over here, it's not enough to explain the majesty of a woman. So I wasn't even gonna try to get off into all that, because then another thing I made it so short is because our people do not like reading thick books. And then the way this system has systematically set up these distractions, you know what I'm saying? People worried about bills, people having relationship issues, and people having inner issues. Too many things going on to be trying to read a thick ass book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By the page you get the 300 page book, 400 page book. I ain't knocking nobody with 300, 400 page books. I done read them, plenty of them. But I'm just saying, like, when you got so much going on and you constantly stressing about something, you don't got time to read, especially if the book's some foolishness. You might pop open a book if you feel like that book can help you and help relieve your stress. That's one of them books right there. When you're going through something, it's gonna make you like feel better and be better and know more.
Now I know you're selling these, of course.
Of course.
Everything is a business, and you're an author, you're a writer. Is there any way possible you can read a favorite or specific passage from this book to the audience? You know, a little sneak peek, preview.
Anything for you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna go to the understanding chapter, since understanding is the best part of living mathematics, according to the teachers of the nation of gods and earth, which are some beautiful teachings. Okay, let's see. Okay. As I said in this previous chapter, once we know something, we begin to activate off what we know through our ways, words, and actions. And if we are truly aware of our ways, words, and actions, we then begin to gain an understanding, thus seeing things clearly for what they are and not what they appear to be. Now let's take a look at how things appear to be. Appear means to become visible, to seem. For example, she appears to be a bitch, a hoe, or a slut. Excuse my language, but this is what she is called by others and often herself, because of the way that she disrespects herself by not knowing her own worth and value. Sleeping around with different men trying to find Mr. Right when she is not even right herself. And his ass ain't right either, because if he was, he would tell her the truth about her foolish ways so she can begin a refinement process of truly defining her glorious existence instead of using her as a tool of pleasure. Black women, please pay attention. You were not created to imitate or be called a bitch, a hoe, or a slut. You were not created to be a man's punching bag or an object for a man to relieve his stress, verbally abusing you. This is not what you were created for. We have taken on this American culture of European people that by nature we are completely different from. Take the larva, for example. In its early, immature form of an animal, take the larva, for example. It is an early, immature form of an animal that is structurally unlike the adult as the first stage of an insect after leaving the egg. From the appearance of this larva, you can never imagine the caterpillar metamorphosing into a beautiful butterfly or the tadpole into a frog. When black women disrespect themselves, revealing their precious bodies to the world, destroying her mind and body with drugs and alcohol, accepting being called bitches, hoes, sluts, and acting according to what these words define, she is not living out her true nature. And just like the caterpillar and tadpole are unlike their adult form, which is the butterfly and frog, the black woman is unlike her true nature, which is the mother civilization and the queen of the universe, carrying herself with respect, love, peace, strength, and intelligence. When the caterpillar is in its form of a caterpillar, it probably doesn't even know its potential of becoming a butterfly. And these atrocities committed against the black family of this planet Earth, the intentional demoralization, debasement, and disrespect of the black family through torture, false doctrines, and miseducation, make it hard for black men and women to know their true selves or the importance of a black woman's worth. This is where understanding her worth is necessary. We must see her clearly for what she is, even when she is in the stage of a caterpillar. We must see her as her fully developed self. America, in her sinful nature, when followed by black women, produces a black woman that goes against the very nature of herself. America has created a world made by and made for white people. America's standard of beauty, thinking, living, and loving goes against everything that can and will build up a strong black woman, an intelligent black woman, a self-loving black woman, a self-loving black woman, and a true black queen. Do you have the ability to see things clearly for what they are? Black woman, your body is the most valuable treasure of all, but America makes it all right for you to bear it all. Your mind is the most sacred treasure of all, but America allows it to be destroyed by the propagation of tobacco and alcohol, destructive music and movies, and the stereotyping of what beauty is and other methods. The lack of understanding makes us blurry vision people. It comes to the point where we want to do only what's popular, regardless of how immoral, indecent, or unethical it may be to our mental and physical. We no longer care about what is truth or what is good for our mental and physical, only what's popular. So, that's a little bit of the third chapter.
The third chapter, I thought that was just the first chapter.
No, that was the third chapter, which is the chapter of understanding her word. You know what I'm saying? So, it was more to it, but...
Right. Do you plan on coming out with more books?
I got books.
Things in your head, huh?
Yeah, and I don't even want to say what it is.
Right.
People, so
yeah.
People ain't right, man.
If your life was a book, leading up to this point right now, your life.
It's gonna be a book. That'll be a best-selling, man.
So that's in the working.
Man, what? Fatherless seed. Born of a virgin birth. All I knew my mama had, man. Not one day in my life I ever saw my daddy. As a child, I had to ask my mama where my pappy. She looked at me. I saw my queen unhappy. So I ran them streets with Harold Snowders and them killers, man. Gun in my hand. Yeah, they taught me how to kill a man. Just understand, I hated seeing my mama crying. To make her life better, I risk it all. Fuck dying. Fatherless seed. Now follow my lead. Let me interpret my scripture as I proceed. God sent His only begotten Son. I'm troublesome, so nail me to my cross. I would never run. Dear Mr. President, dear Mr. Politician, every nigga don't deserve to be off in that prison. Give us freedom or our death is your decision, and it's the last warning. The clock ticking. Hey, yeah, in my life, man, I tell you. My daddy died 2 months before I was born. Yeah.
You got an idea how many chapters it will be?
I had to I can just give you my whole life story because it's so, so vicious. It's a beautiful story though.
Coming up with individuals like Starlito and Buck and Clan Case, are you still in tight with them? Like, I know you just got the phone with Sean Gotti. So, is that, everybody you came up with, is it still all love?
I really didn't come up with none of them, but I built relationships with them along my travels in the city.
And stuff like that.
I built a relationship with Buck. When me and Buck see each other, it ain't nothing but the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? I just went out to eat with Lito probably a month ago. We chop it up, you know what I'm saying? He pretty busy, man. That brother got a lot of good things going on. Right. We just did a song together, you know what I'm saying? Quantity, that's a lot. Really, I don't have no problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even, sometimes I want to, bring a little exposure to the table, man. But, I let justice, you know what I'm saying, serve. So, I don't got no issues with nobody, really.
As far as the evolution of hip-hop, being an artist, what do you think about the new wave of hip-hop this year, within the last 5 years, as far as new artists coming out, the way?
Man, our young brothers, man, we got to be patient with them. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? Because, it's gay, it's destructive. You know what I'm saying? Then, the influences of power. Mm-hmm. That's why you can, a preacher and his wife can have a child and the child be rebellious because the rebellion come in from whatever is influencing him outside of that church home. So influence of power, you take Young Thug, you know what I'm saying? He wear lipstick, eyelashes, he gay as hell. But, he know how to rap. He's gifted, you know what I'm saying? He got money, he probably taking care of his family and stuff like that. So that right there, you know what I'm saying, to the average person, was up you know, the gay shit he be on. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we all responsible for each other, whether we want to accept the role or not.
Right.
And I ain't singling out Young Thug, but I don't, you know, shit. If you know the truth, don't be scared to speak it. That's gay as hell. He lipsticks. I just, the fuck, that's gay.
Oh, yeah.
The hell? They like people conform. Like I'm telling you, like I just read in this book. It's not about what's real. It's about what's popular. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this culture just like I'll never conform to it. You know what I'm saying? But I understand as far as like as long as they ain't gay, I can deal with the destructive rappers and the you know what I'm saying. See the machines and the people behind them. They know that shit they rapping about. You know what I'm saying? If you get 3 million people out here rapping some dumb shit that don't got nothing to do with life, don't got nothing to do with rebuilding ourselves, then white folks gonna make sure that message get out there. They gonna make sure it get played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make sure the kids in the streets look up to that negative influence versus what they really need to be looking up to. So like it's bigger than the artists. They just tools being used by they master. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things that people do for money. Like, ain't no telling what they doing, get them boys doing for money. To be rich and, you know what I'm saying? And to put that trash out in the street. But it's really not their fault, you know what I'm saying? They ignorant, somebody need to take them and teach them. Because I don't want to just slander them and be like, y'all gay, weak-ass rappers, you ain't talking about shit, man. I ain't gonna do them like that. You know what I'm saying? They making money, you know what I'm saying? They doing a good job as far as destroying us. You know what I'm saying? Whether they know it or not, somebody got to tell them. Like, look, man, you know, you expressing yourself. Expressing yourself, like, expressing the struggle is one thing, but, like, doing shit like, you know, I'm like, promoting, doing drugs and shit like that, like, y'all comfortable enough to do that type of shit, but, like, motherfuckers in the struggle trying to imitate that shit right there, man, it's only causing anything that's destructive to us ain't no good. I don't give a fuck who doing it or whoever. So whoever doing anything, including myself, that when you're on a stage and you got an audience watching you and they imitate what you're doing, if you giving them shit to destroy us, our children and shit like that, you ain't for us. You're against us. Whoever doing it. So if the shoe fit wet, and the artist. They don't want to let me in the game, I guess. You talking about aggressive. I use all my aggression, then I'll probably be smacking the shit out of motherfuckers. These fake kingpin drug lords, these fake killers, and you know what I'm saying? It's like they want to be me. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't even want to be me that part, you know what I'm saying? But they glorify that shit. They ain't been no kingpins and no motherfucking no real murderers and shit. They got a place for people like that, the grave and the penitentiary. You tell you did all this shit, you ain't been in jail or none of that shit. I mean, I know it's a small percent, like a 1 or 2% that actually, you know what I'm saying, on that level. But you got all the young dudes, like it ain't saying a lot, saying like you a killer. I don't even like calling a killer you destructive. You think that's cool? You destructive? Oh yeah, I shoot a nigga, I kill a nigga, I done killed a nigga. You don't get no respect for that shit? Ain't no respect for that shit, man. I don't give a damn.
Let's go, Hambino! Who better than pussy nigga, what your stripes at? You ain't hard, you ain't a killer, you ain't like that. I left a murder scene years ago, don't bring me back. It'll be a lot of bodies, heads I be aiming at. Certified CTN boss, yeah, I'm claiming that. Fuck a shootout, I walk up on them close range and that. I make it where you can't breathe, I'm riding every day. If I want you gone, I get it done, nigga, I delay. In my bankroll, swole, boys unfair. I can't lose, I drop 4 bricks on your hair. One for every side, money make it hard to have. Got killers north, east, west, and that south side. He died in shock, the bitch mouth wag. He was begging for his life, the bitch still got fragged. I can teach you one way or the other. Give a grade to a nigga, or let me be your brother. Murder, what's the case? Murder, what's the case? Murder, what's the case? Caught the nigga with his pants down, shot him in his face, yeah. Murder, what's the case? Murder, what's the case? Murder,
Okay, as far as, you know, you from Nashville, Tennessee, born and raised,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel like, how, as a community, as being in Nashville, being raised, and how we should, like, build up our community as far as artists, and, like, authors, writers, anybody, like, I mean, projects, events, what do you think we should do to come together as a whole? Or is any individual or entrepreneur that's just trying to make a difference or make an impact in the community to brighten it?
The Bible says, let the dead bury the dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you represent in your heart. Long as it's for freedom and justice and for truth, and you want us to be better, then you connect with people that's on that level. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got time to be trying to mix and mingle with those that's going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my concern ain't even with the dead, the mentally dead. All I can do is just try to, like, shine some light in a dark place, and hopefully somebody can get some of that light and come on board. But for you either on board or you're not on board. Ain't no in between. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's, you know, we got to, that's what we doing right now. Like, in the process, that's why I'm connected to Sean got it like that, because we got to understand we are all we got. So we got to come through for each other, man. Like, I don't got time to worry about, like connecting with y'all brothers. That's all my only concern is. And as we, like, now my arms done stretch further, because, and y'all arms have stretched further too. Because y'all added me to the cipher, and I added y'all to my cipher. Now I got a bigger reach. You know what I'm saying? And then we connect with this person, that person. Then we got a body that's doing what's supposed to be done, and that's going to automatically eradicate all that bullshit on that side of the fence. So, like, Nashville, you know what I'm saying? This is just a part of the turf, man, a part of the planet Earth, man, you know what I'm saying? That's that divide and conquer shit. Like, when you go to the feds, everybody, it's Chicago, it's Tennessee, it's Cali. Them motherfuckers don't even get along for real. But that shit just divide us into, it's just more division.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we just can say, man, we're original people on different parts of the planet, on different parts of the country, you know what I'm saying? Versus representing a state that don't even belong to us. Like, it belongs to us, but, like, really, we ain't got no ownership of it.
With a million imaginary lines.
Yeah.
Really.
So, yeah, that shit just division, man, you know what I'm saying? We need to get rid of them division titles. I don't give a damn. We gotta get rid of them titles, man, because when you represent a title and another person represents this title, it's a difference right there. It's titles.
Well, overall, I mean, we appreciate you coming on the show, Life Vision, supporting AAMM Life, the book, A Black Woman's Worth, which is, how can they get it, actually? Person from you, just being out and about, use your ring.
You can go on Kindle.
Well, yeah, you can go give me the social media.
Kindle, yeah. My social media, I'm hand to hand right now. I'm in the trenches with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's on our website, printcooler.com, amazon.com. You know what I'm saying?
Any last words, any shout outs, any last message you want to get into somebody that will see this?
Let me see. No, not really, man. Shit, we don't talk nothing, man.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Study this conversation we had. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Take out what's good for you. Throw the rest of that shit away.
Listen to it or don't.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, but damn. So that's my inner aggression right there. It's just sitting on the couch right here. My aggression that came out of me and then personified my brother Droski right here.
So it's like, all right, so let me.
You my aggression, huh?
Watch this video, listen to Hambino, or don't.
No, I don't aggressive, no.
I can't. Anyways, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all, man.